everybody. So thank you for coming to the call today. We are going to start out with doing our wins for the week. If Lee happens to hop on, then we'll stop and sing happy birthday to her. But if not, then we'll all just go wish her happy birthday when we hop off. So I'm going to go down the list. It looks like Charlene's going to be first, then Becca, and then Michelle.
My win, I've had a great week. I've been able to be really productive, and maybe it doesn't show in particular signups, but I'm being very positive and doing what needs to be done. So
that's awesome. And you know what? It doesn't have to show up in the signups, because planting seeds and helping people in the end pays off. Sometimes it pays off in enrollments, and sometimes it pays off in new friendships or blessings in other ways. So yeah, I love that. Okay, Becca, I don't know if you are able to, let's see, I'll unmute you. And then if you want to share, or if you're, there we go. Hey.
Okay. Sorry, I'm folding laundry, so I don't have my camera on.
Oh, you're totally fine.
I was able to share Plexus with several people this week. I sent a message asking if they'd be interested in learning what has made a difference for me in the last couple months. And I had only a few respond, but it's a start.
It is, yeah. And I'll be honest with you, if you get like a 10% anybody responding back, that's a huge response. So the fact that you have a few, like, that's probably normal. Like, you have to know that probably like 80% of people like see messages and say, oh, I'll respond, and then they just never get around to it.
Right.
You know? And then some that'll actually take the time to respond, and some might be interested and then they just forget. But like I don't know if you've ever done that, where you're like, I need to call somebody, and you think of it every night at like 11:30 at night when you're in bed, and then you're like, oh, it's too late, I need to call them, you know, things like that. So the fact that you've had a few response back, like, that's awesome. That's how you get started. And I think that people who don't respond, it's okay to go in after a few days and be like, hey, I know life's busy. I'm not sure if you saw this message. We're doing this 3-day challenge. You know, do you want to know? Do you want to learn? You know, and just like hit them up again. And sometimes it'll take a few times, and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I meant to respond to this. Yes, I'm interested. Or, oh my gosh, I meant to respond, I'm not. You know, and that's okay, because we all go for the no. We all go for the more no's you get, the closer you are to the yeses. So I think that's awesome. The fact that you have a few that respond, those few are the ones that you nurture, and they're ready for at least continuing the conversation. So perfect. Okay, Michelle.
Okay, so I don't know what my win will be, but my win is that I'm showing up every day and that I'm still putting my face out there. So there's my win.
That's awesome. And you've been like active in the 3-day, you've been active in the Red, White, and Renew You, like you've been active on your own page. So you're out there, and people are seeing you, and they're seeing what you're doing, and that is awesome. So cool. Thank you. So my win was that we dropped everything and took the kids camping because we have been so busy, and we've kind of been putting it off. And so we were supposed to maybe go this week. And then my husband's like, I just cannot be gone all week. So Friday, I'm like, okay, we're leaving tomorrow. And I just dropped everything and it was great. And we spent time with the kids. And then today I'm back, and I'm just trying to catch up in all the groups and trying to catch up everything. And so my win was that, yeah, we took time off.
We're actually leaving to go camping in the morning. So.
Oh, perfect. Where are you going camping at?
We go up to Palisades Reservoir, right close to the Wyoming border in Idaho.
Oh, okay, cool. We were up in Boise, Idaho. So we went up to Boise, Idaho. So it's beautiful. There's this campground it's a piece of property my parents own, and there's nothing on it. Like, you go to the bathroom on a stump, and you bring your own water and haul out your own garbage. But like, I haven't ever been up this early in the season. I always go like later August, and it's always dry, and it was just so green and beautiful. And it rained on us most of the time, so the kids didn't get to play in the water as much as they normally do, but it was good. Hey, Lori, you just hopped on, and Abigail hopped on. So I don't know if Abigail can talk or not, but Lori, your win for the week, and then we'll let Abigail do hers after.
My win for the week. Oh my gosh, I haven't had to think about wins for a long time. Actually, I write things down in my journal every morning. Nice job, Michelle, this morning. You did good. It gets easier every time you do it too. You still might have sweat tacos like Christy Jeck says, but it does get easier. Okay,
Thank you.
so my win for the week, I'm going to have to say that I've had kind of an epiphany. I don't know if that's the right word, but I have decided that my goal, this is huge for me. I have to focus on becoming the leader that I need to be. So that's kind of what my win is, and I'm trying to work on it, but I have things that come up, you know. But I did spend an hour with one of my ambassadors to try to help show her that it's still her business, that she can do what she wants, but there are systems in place for her. She asked me that, well, she said, somebody asked me what our onboarding system is. And she says, I don't know. I didn't know we had an onboarding system. I said, we have an onboarding system, and it's in your Momentum Movement PDF that you paid for. And so I kind of shared that with her. I said, we have an onboarding system, and we have a way for you to help duplicate. And because I tried to talk to her about duplication. But anyway, so that's my win. I'm working on those leadership things, you know, trying to be the leader that I need to be. Because I know I'm only going to progress to the level of leadership that I have, and I have to grow in that role in order for my business to grow. And
Yes.
another win is I mapped out my month. I need 70 ambassadors, and I don't quite have 70 lines on my map, but I'm trying to figure out where they're going to come from.
That's awesome. And the fact that you've made the line is already opening up to like allow them to come in. Like that you're like acknowledging, okay, I want these people, you know, Heavenly Father, help send them my way, you know, like send me the people that are ready. And the fact that you acknowledge the things you want to work on, becoming a better leader is the first step to becoming a better leader. Because if you never acknowledge I need to be a better leader, then you've already capped that ceiling and you never, you know, will. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm
awesome.
focusing on what it, and I always visualize it, you know, that diamond, what does the diamond ambassador do to lead her team? And so I visualize that in the mornings. And so I know it, but it's just a matter of, okay, now I have to put it into action. I have to work on it. I can't just visualize it. You know, I've got to work at it too, you know. So for me to be able to get on a Zoom call with my ambassadors, I met with Charlene yesterday, and I still have, I don't want to say the word struggle, but I have people that when I talk to them, try to ask them questions, they are not responding. They are ghosting me, or they're crickets, you know, or they give me I don't get it. Like when I ask them a question, they give me a thumbs up. So does that mean, yes, you want to do this? Or does that mean, what does that mean? You know, you're not answering my question. It's kind of like when I ask my husband a yes or no question, he says, okay. And I'm like, so is that yes or no?
At least you know they saw the message, right?
I know. But anyway, so that's probably, sorry I'm taking so much time.
No, you're good.
But anyway, that's kind of what I working on being my own leader.
When things are challenging, you struggle, things are hard, it means you're growing because you don't have growth without it. So you're growing into becoming a great leader.
Yes, and I finished my John Maxwell 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I listened to it. I have it in print. I think it's in a box somewhere though. But I listened to it again, you know, so I'm like going, okay, what were I need to write down what they all are so that I can remember that there's the law of this and this law, and you know,
Yeah.
I need to write just the laws down so that I'll remember what they mean if I just see them.
Yeah. And aren't you living in a trailer right now?
I am.
So do you have stuff stashed somewhere, or is all your stuff in the trailer? Like, do you still have a house
No,
somewhere?
I have a house
Oh,
full of,
okay.
I don't have a house. I have a storage unit with all my house stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's in Arizona.
Oh, because I'm like,
And
when you trailer live, you can't take everything with you, like books and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, and I have a little cupboard up here. And I have a few books, and then I have some other books stashed. Like I have Brendan's High Performance Habits. Started following somebody on Facebook. I added her as a friend, and she is amazing. And I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I asked her if she would lock arms with me because I think she'd be great. She says she doesn't have the time. I've heard it in network marketing terms. They say I don't have the bandwidth to do one more thing. And she basically told me she just doesn't have it in her. She was flattered that I would think of her in that way, but she just could not do one more thing. But she is amazing. She posted a thing about reading books and what are we reading? What's your favorite books and stuff? And she had this pile of books that she's kind of laying on. She's got her brand. She's doing a great job with her brand. But anyway, and so she told me about a book to read too, and she asked me what I was reading, what some of my favorites, and we kind of still had a little bit of a conversation. But anyway, so there's some books that she has. One somebody that had listed was The Jackrabbit Factor, and I have it. I just haven't opened it up yet. And The Big Leap, that was another one that I saw in somebody's suggested reading pile. So I have a lot of things. She says, yeah, I just need to find time to read. And I said, me too. I feel like even though I know it would help me, I don't feel like I have the time to read. I feel like I need to be doing other things, even though the reading will help me. So it's kind of like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to pause.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Lee, are you on here?
Okay, you guys ready?
Hi,
Okay.
I am.
1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday,
dear Lee.
happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
Some choirs don't work, but that was good.
Thank you, you guys. That was so nice. Now I get to enjoy my birthday. I finished all my jobs today.
Yay!
Yeah, I just got done with about 30 kids playing kickball and water balloons.
Oh, wow.
It was chaos, but it was fun. We only had about 5 or 6 kids cry. So that's, to me, is... Sorry, just continue. Tell me what I need to do, but continue with whatever is going on.
No, you're totally fine. Okay, Lori. Okay, so we have Abigail next. Let's see. Abigail, are you on where you can talk?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, perfect. No, you're totally fine. Do you have your win for the week?
No, I know this is not like everything, but I started growing my Instagram following again. Yeah. I'm here. Can you see me? No.
No, let's see.
I know. I'm happy there.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but I can't hear
Did you hear me?
Abigail.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Hold on.
Oh, now she's gone. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
We're at the dentist.
Oh, okay. I think I just saw that chat. Yeah. So if you want to share your win real quick while you wait, or if you don't want to, because you're in a public.
My win is I'm going Emerald this month, so that's pretty exciting.
Yes. That
And
is
I'm
awesome.
saying that in a manifesting kind of way.
You have to believe it. You can't
Yes,
laugh
I
about
do.
it. You have
I
to
do.
say it with confidence. Be like,
No,
I'm
I
going
am.
Emerald.
We had a good first week. The last 2 days have been a little quieter, but I haven't had a lot of time I've been doing tons of get-togethers with my team, like come over to my house, get stuff. But we leave next Tuesday for 3 weeks where we're going to be in Ohio. And so I'm trying to get everyone lined up and get goals mapped out and kind of know where they're at and what's going on before I leave, because I want my team to feel supported. I know we don't have to be physically together to be supported, but the people that are here, I just feel like it helps when we can get together and kind of powwow and just help each other out and kind of calm each other's nerves and hit send for each other when we're nervous about that. So yeah, that's my win. I even went and got, how do I do this? A pedicure, green.
Ah, nice.
I'm like, it's happening finally, huh?
And she has a green background that says I will.
Yeah. I changed my home screen background. It's an emerald that says I will, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a family affair around our house.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So Abigail, I don't know if you want to write in the chat, or if you're the chat keeps going big on me. So okay. So I want to, let's see, did we cover everybody? Yeah. I want to just go over real quick. We have our 3-day challenge and our Red, Write, and Renew challenges. And we have 44 people in the 3-day challenge, which is really good. But we got to remember to go in and interact with those people. So if you have anybody in there, whether or not they're interacting, go interact with them. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes on a post, ask them a question, like say, hey, what was your favorite recipe posted here? Or tag them and say, hey, you would love this testimonial, so that helps them to interact, because sometimes people don't know what to do. They read these things and they're like, am I allowed to post? Am I not? Is it just people who are over the group? So sometimes we have to educate them on how to do it and what to do. So don't forget to help them interact, because the more they interact, the more successful the challenge will be, because they'll see all the interactions. And as you get people ordering, congratulate them in there. If you are in there checking on your people, because sometimes I'll just go in and start the top post and just go through all of them and just look through all the comments, because sometimes they'll come in later and comment on posts not in order and stuff. Like, if you see somebody's asked a question and you have a few minutes, help other people out and answer questions for them. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, she answered a question, and you can even answer the question, or you can answer the question with tagging the person that sent them there, if you happen to know, or hey, Kirsten, what do you think? I think this would be great for this person, or whatever it is, because then it's you interacting with other people and we're all helping out, and it's not just we only interact with our own people. We're all there to help. I think Michelle's lives were awesome in there today. Like we did so good. Like it's gonna just keep getting better and better and better, and we'll add more people. And it's just, when we get it started on our own team, it just takes a little while to get going and get used to it, because we're used to everything being done for us. So we're taking responsibility. Like Lori said, we're becoming great leaders. So, and then I don't know if you guys all did your letter to yourself. Like this was my letter. I just wanted to show you guys an example that like I've been reading it every morning, and I kind of put it next to like where I journal and scripture study or read other things in the morning. And Lori, you were talking about reading books. Like sometimes it's, okay, I know I want to read this, but I got a lot to do. So just say, okay, I read 1 page a day, or I read 1 chapter, or, you know, those kinds of things, because then you can like still get your reading in, but like not feel guilty that you're like binge reading, you know, 10 hours a day kind of a thing. And so like I read through this as part of my morning like routine, and it does spark that positive, like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Like I can get that done. And so I want to encourage you guys, whether it's this or affirmations or whatever it is, like something that gets you in that great mindset. Like Kirsten's gonna, I will watch me, you know, I will watch me with Emerald, like all those positive things that you start your day with, like, I think helps you get in that momentum of moving forward. Because we all know that sometimes we sit down and we're like, I don't know where to go. And you know, you have a million people to message or a million things to do, and you're just like, I don't know. And I wanted to share with you just a little kind of like, I don't know, aha moment I had. I was talking to my daughter, Sarah, yesterday on the phone, and she's on a church mission in Orlando, Florida. And she was telling me she had like shared with some people, and she's been having baptisms into the church during the quarantine. And we were talking about it, and I'm like, okay, for her first year of her mission, she had like 3 people that she baptized, and she was out there doing the work and sharing with people. And then during quarantine, like this Saturday, she'll have a few baptisms. Like she's already had 9 in like the 3 months of quarantine, and 9 people that are like, okay, I want religion in my life, you know, and it doesn't matter what religion it is, but they're like ready for religion. And so she said that like one of her leaders called her and was like, what are you doing different? Like, what's the magic thing you guys are doing that all of a sudden you have all these people that are like interested? And she's like, we haven't done anything different. Like, she's like, God's just sending me people who are ready for religion in their life. And she's like, I'm not doing anything different. And I go, and I was talking to her and I go, but the key is, Sarah, you didn't take quarantine off. You didn't go, well, I can't go out and visit people. I'm stuck in my apartment. I can't do anything. You just kept moving forward, and you kept searching for the people. And because then they were ready, you found them. Where there might be people who are ready out there, and other people just quit and don't go looking for them, so they're not found. And I was like, that's just like Plexus. Like I always related to Plexus, because I'm like, there are people out there ready for Plexus. And we just have to keep doing the things where we just keep moving forward, and we like reach out and we listen to, you know, Heavenly Father, or, you know, who needs this today? Like, who send me the people that I need to find. And I don't know if you've ever done that. And then like you're at the park and you run into somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to her forever. And like we connected. Like he's sending the people who are ready to hear what you have to say. And it's you doing the things of moving forward and just being out there and just, you know, like just being aware. And like Michelle, like her witness that she's just being out there and she's like trying to be seen and stuff. Like you're just doing the normal everyday things. You're just doing the normal everyday IPA things, the 3 reach outs, the follow-ups, all those things. And then the people who are ready, you're going to find them. But if you don't do the everyday things, then you're going to miss them, because they're out there. Like the people who are ready are out there, but they're not going to find you. Like you have to find them. And so I was just like, you know, she tells me these things. I'm always like, oh, that just relates so much to Plexus, because we're out there looking and people need and want what we have, and they're searching for it. And so by doing your posts, by doing your reach outs, and however you find people, like some people love messaging, some people love in person. And it's kind of hard with the social distancing, but like you're still out and about and you're still talking to people and you're still seeing people or calling them on the phone. Like whatever you do is the everyday thing, that then you're going to find those people who are ready. So that was my like little aha moment that I was like, oh, I wanted to share with everybody for today's call, because It is. It's all of just the daily habits that we create for ourselves that help us move forward. And sometimes we're moving forward slowly, and sometimes we're moving forward quickly. And that's kind of the name of the game. Like sometimes you get on that momentum, but we all know you can't ride that 30-day push for like 3 years straight. You know, like you have to come down, and then you have to like, you know, it's like you can ignore your family and your house and your kids for like an end of the month push, but you can't like ignore them forever. Like you have to live life, and then you have those pushes, and then the quiet time, and it's during the quiet time of, you know, like Charlene shared, like she's just planting the seeds and she's reaching out to people, and it doesn't necessarily show up in her signups right now, but she's doing the work. And so eventually it does pay off down the road. And so I thought, oh, like it's the same things we hear over and over again, but it's they're rewarded in a different way when we just keep doing it and we don't give up. So anyway, Lee, do you have anything to add or share?
Rachel, I love everything you always bring up in those terms. And that's so true. And that, you know, we keep doing what we should be doing. And sometimes we can be more than 100% in, like you say, and really give those pushes. And sometimes we step back a bit, but we're still doing things. But one thing I thought of too is, you know, people come into our lives and there's a reason. And the thing is to not get discouraged that they don't jump on board with Plexus right away. It doesn't mean that they're not interested, and it doesn't mean that you did something wrong. Like you were the person that introduced them to it, and they might not jump on board right away, but you're planting the seed. You might sometimes think, well, why did that person come into my life? If you're one that is praying for people to come into your life that you can share Plexus with, and maybe someone does come into your life, I don't want you to ever have the feeling like, well, why didn't they want Plexus? They came into my life. I've been praying for it. No, you planted the seed by sharing. It might take them 6 months to a year to order it, but they came into your life for you to share Plexus. And that's where our patience gets tested, right? That is where our patience get tested. And sometimes you get people that come in and they jump on board right away. Like they are completely ready. And just sometimes people take a longer time. It's not that they're against it. You guys all know from your own experience that even sometimes you're more hesitant about trying certain things, right? Mm-hmm. And so you have to give people that grace and not think, well, man, I tried and they are not interested. No, you planted the seed, it's there, and you just never know when it's going to bloom. Just like plants, you can have two of the same plants side by side, and one blooms beautiful, and the other one you're like, what the heck happened? What did I do wrong? It's the same kind of plants in the same situation, just some bloom faster than others. So that's it. I love that analogy that you gave. And
some might wait a year to sprout up too.
What's that?
Some of those seeds might wait another year to sprout up before they sprout up too.
Exactly. That's how I feel about my gardening right now, as every plant looks like it's died. But I'm like, I am not going to give up. I'm going to figure it out. So same thing with our business and sharing. Don't give up. You're going to figure it out, and always look for new opportunities. So here is a new opportunity, by the way. If you have someone that is in our 3-day challenge, it's our second day, right? This would be the perfect opportunity to reach out to them and say, hey, you've been able to check out the challenge for a couple days. I bet there's someone you're thinking of that needs to learn about this. How about we invite them to the challenge? You guys, I don't care. Send them a stick of Slim or not. Put them in the challenge, and then tell your potential, say, hey, by the way, because you get a friend to join the challenge, you earn free shipping on your first order, and you're eligible for the $30 fun swag bag. That post is up there, and I'm wanting to get people's names in the comments. So this is a perfect opportunity to reach out to people you have in the challenge and get them to get one person to join the challenge. Okay, at this point, we're in day 2. Give them a stick of Slim to try if they join the challenge. If not, just have them check it out. But you have just opened the door for another potential to learn about Plexus. How does that sound? Because I know we have potentials in the challenge. We just need to work on getting them to comment. But if we keep commenting, eventually they'll feel comfortable commenting too. So remember to go in and comment. And I'm just so proud of our challenge, you guys. We haven't done one in months, maybe a year, I don't know. But it really looks good. The posts are good. And we just build from this to even better things. And so I think our goal for our next challenge is to double the numbers that are in our challenge right now. And that includes ambassadors too. Like I sent out in one of the posts in our business thread that we should have tried to get every new ambassador from May into that challenge. And that would have been 72 people right there, including ourselves. But the thing is, I can't reach out to all those ambassadors. I don't have a connection with them. I'm just a stranger to them. If I were to send a message, most likely they would ignore my message. That's why it has to come from the ambassador that signed them up. They have to have that personal connection. So if you want to do the business, you got to do the things that are going to help grow your business and get those people involved in our 3-day challenges or in Ohana Plexus type things so they feel a part of the community. One last thing, just so you know, my levels 1 through 4, their welcome letters went out. They should be receiving them soon. And inside those welcome letters are little coupons that remind them of the specials that are going on in June. Like how if they enroll 3 ambassadors, they can earn $305. If they enroll 6 ambassadors, they can earn $660. There's a coupon in there that explains about how they can get free CBD oil. There's a coupon in there about if they get 3 friends, it says a few friends or family to join. Sorry, bud, hold on. Then they can get 20% off their next order. So my levels 1 through 3 are getting a letter with that. My levels 5 through 7 are gonna get an email with that welcome letter. And just so you know, like, here's like one of the coupons. This says 20% off next month's order. Invite a few friends to learn about gut health and a few Plexus products and get 20% off your order next month. Talk to your friend who helped you order to learn more about this. Okay, so this is to encourage those new ambassadors to get a few friends to join our next 3-day challenge or schedule a Zoom with those few friends. It needs to be 3 friends or more, or 3 family members, by the way. Set your limits with that, okay? So that was in there. There's this little coupon that tells about how you can get free CBD oil. Here's one that tells about how you can join Plexus for $9.95 and get 10% off your welcome packs. And then here's the one that tells about how they can earn up to $660. So those are all individual coupons because I thought people are more apt to go through and look at them because they got pretty pictures on them, and we like pictures. So that's that. So you know that that's gone out. Maybe towards the end of the week, you might want to reach out to those people and just say, hey, I know that my sponsor sent out a welcome letter to you. I hope you got it. There's some great coupons in there. Were you interested in using any of those coupons? See, there's another reason for you to reach out to them by using that. So anyway, any questions about that? Any thoughts?
Okay, I just want to know, like, I am your level 4.
Yes. So then anyone you enrolled is my level 5. So those level 5s through 7, they're going to get it in an email, Lori.
Okay.
It's just, I have to be smart business-wise as far as stamps, printing all those color copies, and stuff like that. And as the team grows and as people rank up, and I think as people get to Jewel, then if they want to continue that, then they would take that on as their team. But those emails to your level 5, 6, 7, I'm sending those emails out today, and they're actually getting the graphic too. So they'll get the pretty pictures. It's
Okay.
just in an email.
So
Yeah.
I started doing something for all of the new people that join my team as well. So
Yeah.
I would love to see what it is that you send, so I can see if it's kind
Oh,
of
okay.
what I'm doing. Because I typed up a letter and I put in their name and I sign it, and then Brooke had those booklets getting started
Mm-hmm.
that I had purchased.
Yes.
So I'm mailing those with it. And but I didn't think about the coupons, to encourage them to utilize the bonuses that are available.
Yeah.
So
What I would say, Lori, is you could put that in your letter. Just tell them about the specials, because they'll get it in an email from me too. And it just gives you another avenue that you can reach out to them, like, hey, did you read my friend, my sponsor's email? Did you hear about her story? It tells a little bit about my story. Did you see the coupons in that email? Are you interested in any of them? So yes, you guys, I always think that you should send out welcome letters on your team too. Because when you start getting level 2s and level 3s and level 4s, you might not know them. And so that's your avenue to reach out to them and make that connection. Yeah. That's good, Lori. I like that idea. Anything else, you guys?
So Abigail did drop off again, but she had just commented her win for the week was that she was growing her Instagram business, and then her phone keeps kicking her off. So,
Yeah.
And then was it Becca? She jumped off too, but she was asking like, how do you reach out to people who aren't Facebook? And then somebody responded like emails, texts, like videos, stuff like that. So those are all good things to share with people, because occasionally you get people, and some have it, but then they never get on it either. So yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay.
All right. I think that we are done for today. You guys have a fantastic day.
Yep.
And I'm going to make vanilla now. Vanilla extract.
Happy birthday.
Where did you find beans that are not $1 million?
Off of Amazon.
Oh, has the price come down? The last time I checked, they were still like 150.
Oh no, they're not that much. I mean,
30?
they're still there. Yeah, but it's still cheaper than buying real vanilla, like even from Costco. Because if you go find the cheapest bottle of vodka, like you can get a bottle of vodka for really cheap. So I figure it's still cheaper than buying it at the store.
Yeah, you just got to wait 8 months.
No, you don't have to wait that long. You only have to wait 2 or 3 months.
It'll be really, really strong. I
always make mine.
Oh, I would say I always make mine, and I have to wait longer, but I do make it in huge amounts.
Oh, do you make it? So mine are not. I'll show you my bottles. It's probably because the size of bottle you make.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the dollar store?
Uh-huh.
So they have dollar bottles that are like this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See, I'm like, look at my head, look at the bottle. They even have some that are a little bit smaller. And that's why I think I can get away with like 3 months in a dark cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you do 1 bean in that bottle?
3.
3 beans, and then
3
fill
beans, and then fill it, and then you just have to make sure that bottle seals tight. Well, you have to split the bean open
Right.
and scrape it out, right? And then put the scrape outs in the bottle and the bean. Yeah. And then put it up in a dark cabinet for 2-3 months. And that's it. So we're doing it now. I'm doing it with some friends because they're like, hey, this would be good Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I usually
Has
start
anyone
mine.
ever,
I've done it
has-
for Christmas.
have you always used vodka or have you ever used another liquor?
I've got rum right now that I'm
That's what I
soaking.
heard.
And rum
Oh.
adds more flavor in it. So it's not so like alcohol-y. Like vodka is very, alcohol-y. Rum,
trust me.
rum adds just a little different flavor. So
Oh,
I'm trying rum
yes.
right now. But I
My
get
girls-
little jars about like this when I do it, like that are round. Like that's what I've done
Oh.
for the Christmas ones.
Do
And
you
then
just put one vanilla bean in it?
well, I make them in a big thing, and then before Christmas, then I put them all in those little jars. So
But do you put a vanilla bean in the jar?
no, when I pour it out, it's already done and it's already sat for enough months that I just pour out the vanilla into the jar so that they don't go, what's this in it? Like if people aren't used to homemade vanilla.
I tell them that they can reuse it because you can use the beans one more time.
Yeah, you can reuse them. I thought it was up to 3 times, but I guess that's if you have a lot
Well,
of beans. But
I've never tried 3 times because I've always thought it might just be pure alcohol by then.
so I have one friend
Sorry,
in
you guys.
Colorado.
If anyone needs
Yeah,
to
if you want to
get
hop
off,
on.
you don't.
So for 3 years in a row, whatever I did for Christmas, she like did the exact same thing. And like we always gave it to each other at the same time. So it wasn't like she got it and like one year was Chex Mix, one year was like chocolate covered cinnamon bears. So one year I made vanilla and I had been making it for, 8 months already. And I get a jar and she's like, the Hawkins homemade vanilla or whatever. So on hers, I made a label that said, better than the Hawkins vanilla when I gave her my jar. Because I was like, how can we have the exact same ideas like every single year? But like I did it for Christmas gifts. I've done it for like Sean's work gifts and stuff like that. And people love it. Like it's so good for birthday gifts and stuff. And you can go on Amazon and get the jars that are like small like this for cheap. So
Well, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, real vanilla, like at Costco right now, I think it's like $30 a jar. And it's probably this size.
Yeah. And it's because a bunch of the vanilla farms got destroyed like a year or 2 ago. Like that's why the prices have been so high is the vanilla bean farms, I don't know, somehow got destroyed in weather, hurricanes or whatever. So
And vanilla beans are actually really hard to grow and harvest. That's another reason. But they're about, the ones I got off of Amazon, they're $1.50 a bean. I mean, it's not the cheapest, but it's definitely ends up being cheaper than $30 a bottle.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
So other than vodka or rum, have you done any others?
I haven't done any, but I know you can use any alcohol, like any.
Well,
it
has to be a hard liquor.
Hard liquor. You should have 90 proof or better, but like in Utah, it's hard to get more than 90. So I just use regular vodka, regular vanilla.
Is rum cheap though? I always thought vodka was a cheaper.
Vodka is a cheaper one. I just got a rum. We were making homemade tinctures. I was making some homemade tinctures with a bunch of friends. We had like chamomile and olive leaf and all this stuff. And we had leftover rum and vodka. So then I was like, I'll take it. I'll make vanilla. So that's how I got the rum. So, but
it's a good way to teach your kids about how gross vodka tastes. Because my daughter actually one day, she tasted vanilla because she's like, it smells so good, and then tasted it and like spit it out. And I was like, sweetie, like vanilla is made with vodka. She's like, oh, Mom, am I in trouble? And I'm like, no, you're not. And then my other daughter, when we were making it, she's like, what does it taste like? I'm like, here, take a sip. You want to know? And she did, and she just spit it all out. And I'm like, there you go.
I had a friend who somebody brought her good vanilla from Mexico, real vanilla. And she's like, I threw it away because I found out there's alcohol in it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, alcohol is in every like real flavoring. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah.
I know, it's surprising how many people don't know that. And like when I've told them, they're kind of shocked. And I'm like, you guys, it's in a lot more stuff than you
Read
think.
your
Like,
labels.
Yeah.
well, and I don't know, people get funny about it. I'm like, it's not, if you're going and down in the bottle to drink it to get drunk, well, there's an issue there, right? It's kind of the same thing like the green coffee bean.
Yeah. Mhm.
So anyway, it's like with cooking wine, right?